Hello everyone, this is Earth Archives. Do you like drinking? Do you have a drinking habit? Today we will start with the history of alcohol and the effects of drinking on the human body. It may change your thinking and habits. Please subscribe, like and turn on the little bell before the show starts. This will help the Earth's archives grow. The show begins. The history of wine is a journey through human civilization itself, spanning thousands of years and numerous cultures. This detailed yet accessible exploration traces the origins of wine from its prehistoric beginnings to its esteemed place in modern society, illustrating its enduring significance and evolution through time. The story of wine begins in prehistory, long before recorded history, with evidence suggesting that wild grapes were being fermented into wine as early as 6000 BCE. Archaeological findings in present-day Georgia in the South Caucasus region point to some of the earliest known wine production, where ancient pottery shards reveal remnants of tartaric acid, a key indicator of fermented grape juice. These early wines were likely quite different from what we enjoy today, but they mark the beginning of humanity's long and complex relationship with this remarkable beverage. As human societies transition from nomadic lifestyles to more settled agricultural communities, wine production began to flourish. By around 3000 BCE, wine was being produced in Mesopotamia and Egypt. The Egyptians, in particular, embraced wine as an important part of their culture. Wine was associated with religious rituals and was often buried with the dead, ensuring that they could enjoy this luxury in the afterlife. Hieroglyphs and tomb paintings depict scenes of grape harvesting and winemaking, underscoring its significance in daily and spiritual life. The spread of wine continued with the rise of the Phoenicians, who were instrumental in introducing viticulture to new regions through their extensive trade networks. By 1200 BCE, they had established vineyards in what is now Lebanon and began exporting wine across the Mediterranean. The Phoenicians played a crucial role in the dissemination of wine culture, bringing it to regions such as Greece and Italy, where it would flourish and evolve. In ancient Greece, wine became an integral part of society and was celebrated in mythology and daily life. The Greeks perfected the art of winemaking and were the first to establish wine as a cultural symbol, associating it with the god Dionysus. They introduced the symposium, a social gathering centered around wine drinking, intellectual conversation, and entertainment. The Greeks also made significant advances in viticulture and enology, developing techniques that would influence future generations of winemakers. The Romans, who admired and built upon Greek traditions, were pivotal in spreading viticulture throughout their vast empire. By 200 BCE, wine was being produced in nearly every corner of the Roman Empire, from the vineyards of Gaul, modern-day France, to the hills of Hispania, modern-day Spain. The Romans were meticulous record keepers, and their writings provide valuable insights into ancient winemaking techniques and varieties. They also introduced the practice of aging wine in wooden barrels and developed a sophisticated system for transporting and storing wine, ensuring its availability across the empire. During the Middle Ages, the fall of the Roman Empire saw the decline of many aspects of ancient viticulture. However, the Christian Church played a crucial role in preserving and advancing winemaking traditions. Monasteries became centers of viticulture, with monks diligently cultivating vineyards and producing wine for sacramental use. The Cistercian and Benedictine orders in particular made significant contributions to the development of European wine regions, including Burgundy and Champagne in France. These monastic efforts laid the groundwork for the resurgence of wine culture in the Renaissance. The age of exploration in the 15th and 16th centuries further expanded the global reach of wine. European explorers and colonists brought grapevines to the New World, establishing vineyards in regions such as South America, South Africa, and Australia. In the Americas, Spanish missionaries planted the first vineyards in Mexico, which eventually spread to California, now one of the world's premier wine-producing regions. The introduction of European viticulture to new climates and soils led to the development of unique wine styles and varieties, enriching the global wine landscape. The 18th and 19th centuries marked significant advancements in winemaking technology and understanding. The development of the wine press, improvements in glass bottle production, and the invention of the cork significantly enhanced the quality and longevity of wine. Scientific discoveries such as Louis Pasteur's work on fermentation and the role of yeast revolutionized winemaking, allowing for greater control over the process and consistency in the final product. The establishment of wine classification systems, such as the Bordeaux Wine Official Classification of 1855, also helped to formalize and elevate the status of fine wines. In the 20th century, the wine industry faced numerous challenges and transformations. Prohibition in the United States, 1920-1933, dealt a severe blow to American winemaking, but the post-prohibition era saw a remarkable resurgence. The mid-20th century brought about a renaissance in quality winemaking, driven by a new generation of winemakers dedicated to excellence and innovation. Regions like Napa Valley in California emerged as world-class wine producers, challenging the dominance of traditional European wine regions. Alcohol has long been woven into the fabric of human society, celebrated for its role in social gatherings, rituals, and culinary traditions. However, despite its cultural significance and the widespread perception of moderate drinking as harmless or even beneficial, recent research paints a starkly different picture. The well-respected medical journal The Lancet has reported that the safe intake of alcohol is actually zero, indicating that any level of consumption can pose significant health risks, including cancer and addiction. This article delves into the hidden dangers of alcohol, examining its carcinogenic properties, addictive potential, and the broader implications for public health. Alcohol and cancer, a dangerous link. The link between alcohol consumption and cancer is well documented. Alcohol is classified as a Group 1 carcinogen by the International Agency for Research on Cancer, IARC, placing it in the same category as tobacco and asbestos. This classification is based on extensive evidence showing that alcohol consumption increases the risk of several types of cancer, including 1. Liver cancer. Chronic alcohol consumption can lead to liver cirrhosis, which significantly increases the risk of liver cancer. 1. Alcohol-induced liver damage is a major cause of hepatocellular carcinoma, the most common type of liver cancer. 2. Breast cancer. Even moderate alcohol intake is associated with an increased risk of breast cancer in women. 2. Studies suggest that alcohol raises estrogen levels, which can promote the growth of breast cancer cells. 3. Colorectal cancer. Regular alcohol consumption has been linked to a higher risk of colorectal cancer. 3. The risk increases with the amount of alcohol consumed, with heavy drinkers facing the greatest danger. 4. Mouth, throat, and esophageal cancer. Alcohol can irritate the lining of the mouth, throat, and esophagus, leading to inflammation and an increased risk of cancer in these areas. Or, the risk is even higher for individuals who both drink alcohol and smoke tobacco. The addictive nature of alcohol. Alcohol is not just a social lubricant, it is also a potent psychoactive substance with a high potential for addiction. Alcohol use disorder, AUD, is a serious medical condition characterized by an inability to control drinking, despite negative consequences. The addictive nature of alcohol is due to its effects on the brain, particularly its ability to increase the release of dopamine, a neurotransmitter associated with pleasure and reward. Over time, the brain adapts to the presence of alcohol, leading to tolerance, needing more alcohol to achieve the same effects, and dependence, experiencing withdrawal symptoms without alcohol. The illusion of safe drinking. For many years, guidelines suggested that moderate drinking, defined as up to 1 drink per day for women and up to 2 drinks per day for men, was relatively safe and might even offer some health benefits such as improved heart health. However, emerging evidence challenges this notion. The comprehensive study published in The Lancet analyzed data from nearly 600,000 people and concluded that the safest level of alcohol consumption is none. The study found that any level of alcohol consumption increases the risk of health problems, including cancer, cardiovascular disease, and injuries. Comparing alcohol to other substances. Alcohol's status as a legal and socially accepted substance often obscures its potential dangers, especially when compared to other drugs. However, from a public health perspective, alcohol poses similar risks to those associated with illicit drugs. Both alcohol and drugs can lead to addiction, health deterioration, and social problems. The addictive nature of alcohol can be as severe as that of other drugs, with similar patterns of abuse and dependency. Public health implications. The findings from the Lancet and other studies underscore the need for a re-evaluation of public health policies regarding alcohol. Governments and health organizations must take steps to educate the public about the risks of alcohol consumption and to implement measures that reduce alcohol-related harm. Potential strategies include 1. Stricter regulations. Implementing and enforcing stricter regulations on the sale and marketing of alcohol can help reduce consumption. 1. This could include higher taxes on alcoholic beverages, restrictions on advertising, and limits on where and when alcohol can be sold. 2. Public awareness campaigns. Educating the public about the risks associated with alcohol consumption is crucial. 2. Public health campaigns can help dispel myths about the safety of moderate drinking and highlight the potential harms. 3. Support services. Providing support services for individuals struggling with alcohol addiction is essential. 3. This includes access to counseling, rehabilitation programs, and support groups. 4. Research and monitoring. Continued research into the health effects of alcohol and monitoring of consumption patterns can inform policy decisions and public health initiatives. Conclusion: a call to rethink alcohol consumption. The notion that moderate alcohol consumption is safe or even beneficial is increasingly being challenged by scientific evidence. The hidden dangers of alcohol, including its carcinogenic properties and addictive potential, necessitate a re-evaluation of how we view and consume this ubiquitous substance. By understanding the risks and making informed choices, individuals can better protect their health and well-being. The findings from the Lancet and other studies serve as a critical reminder that when it comes to alcohol, there is no truly safe level of consumption,